Okay, good morning, my first graders. Everyone please take their assigned seats quietly and respectfully. And once everyone is seated, I will begin. Okay guys, I know it's Friday, but please remember to be quiet. I know everyone is super excited about the weekend, but let's try to get through this lesson. Okay, now that everyone is seated, we're being quiet and we're looking forward. Like any other day, we're going to say the learning goal together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I will gain speed and accuracy in recognizing letter sounds. Okay, our standard for today is to be able to read with significant accuracy and frequency to support our comprehension. So, at the end of class yesterday, we talked a little bit about fluency, and we talked about the 3 components of fluency. Does anyone remember what those 3 components are? Joshua? Correct. Accuracy was one of them. Very good. Anyone remember the other 2? Ashley? Great, yes. And then there's one more. You guys can talk to your shoulder partner. Okay, Matt. No. Okay, how about this? Good morning, boys and girls. Yes, my expression. Perfect. Okay, class. So, now that you know the 3 components of fluency, does anyone remember just what fluency is? Just combine all 3 of those components kind of into one. Ashley? The ability to read with speed, accuracy, and proper expression is correct. Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, we are going to be reading a passage, handing it out to you right now. Okay, students, this passage is from Reading Rocket. I'm going to have it up here on the whiteboard, just following along. I want everyone to get out their yellow highlighters. No, it could be whatever color, just a bright color, please. And I want you guys to follow along and highlight any key details you think would be helpful. I really want you to pay attention on the article. The main points we're going to be reading is ways that we can help with fluency. So on the article, it shows ways that students can help themselves, that what I can do to help you guys at school, and what your parents can do at home to help you too. So please highlight as we're reading along to just some of those ideas and ways to help. Okay, so for the first one, the first paragraph talks about what you guys can do at home to help yourself. Can anyone read me the first bullet point? Okay, Donald? Yes. Track words with your finger. As a parent or teacher reads a passage out loud, then you read it. That's why every morning, like our daily routine is to read our objectives, what we have on the board, our goals, our standard, our objectives. We always come up here and we read it together, and I'm usually pointing to the words as I'm reading it. Pointing helps us so much. So let's read our reading goal again. I'll point to it. I will gain speed and accuracy in recognizing letter sounds. By putting your finger underneath of it, it makes sure you're getting every single word. I know a lot of students skip over words when we're reading aloud, and they don't notice, they don't know the word, so they just skip over it. We want to make sure while we're reading this article that you're following along, pointing under words, and then highlighting key details. So yes, Donald, track the words with your finger. The second thing from the passage is have a parent read aloud to you, then match their voice to theirs. Matching your voice helps a lot with expression. So the other day we read the book, The Rainbow Fish. I wasn't reading in a voice where I was just talking. I was reading with expression and as the fish. I was excited when the fish was excited. I was sad when the fish was lonely, and my tone of voice changed. Some things that parents can do to help at home is just support you guys with reading, being there for you, helping you read along. your parents can help you decode words. And what teachers can do is timed repeated readings, and we're going to be doing a time activity today. So let's get working on that. So from the passage, we learned some ways to increase our speed and accuracy, which was our goal today. So reading aloud, I hope you guys have that highlighted. Listening and following along to a reading, paired reading, repeated reading, and choral reading. I want you to make sure you have all those ways highlighted. Okay, now we can put our notebooks away, and we're going to start beginning on our lesson. So yesterday we talked about a little bit about fluency, and today we will be actually doing some of those activities that help us reach our goal in speed and accuracy in recognizing letters and sounds. So we're going to be using these. Might be new to some of us. This is the letter sound card, and then these are picture cards. So this has a letter on it, and then this has a picture on it. We're going to be working in groups, not yet, and they will be assigned. We're going to have 12 exactly, cutouts. We're going to be facing them face down, just like I am, and we're going to be in groups of 4. Each group will take turns. We're going to be using a timer. Does everyone remember how to use a timer? Raise your hand if you remember how we used a timer last time. Okay, no worries. If anyone forgot, everyone will have a timer, and it's already set for 1 minute. The sand will travel down, and once it runs out completely, the minute has passed, and it's now the next person's turn. And then we just flip it over, and then it will go again for 1 more minute. We need to keep track of the timer because we're trying to improve our speed and accuracy as well. So, it's a matching game. I can't see any of my cards, they're flipped over. I flipped over the letter L, la, L. And then I got a picture of a lime, so that's a match. I want to see how many matches I can get within the minute. And whoever has the most matches would technically be the winner, but we're not trying to win. We're just trying to improve each time. Try to get as many matches as you can. So again, I got the letter B. So B, ba, and then I flipped and I got a tiger. Picture of a tiger. B and tiger, do they go along? No. So what letter would I have to get a match with tiger? T, correct. So if you don't get a match, just flip it on back over. And I want you to keep doing so until your timer runs out. So basically this activity is helping us separate initial sound picture cards and letter cards. And that was my little demonstration on how to do so. Is there any questions on the activity that we're going to be doing? Okay, so look up here. Here's another example. I got the word B. There's one letter of B on the cards, but there's multiple pictures. So on this example, the letter would be B, and you could match it if you did a letter picture card of a bicycle, a burger, a ball, a bear, a book, a bus, a balloon, a pink butterfly. Any of those match. It just has to match, guys. Okay. I'm going to be assigning groups. Today we are going to be doing it based on the color of our shirt. Everyone that has a blue shirt, please come to this table. Everyone that has a red shirt, right over here. Okay, it looks like a lot of us are wearing black. And now white over here. Remember, we are moving quietly and respectfully. Okay. Your shirt color would be over here, actually. Okay, perfect. Now that everyone is in groups, I'm going to hand out all the letter cards to each group. Okay, I know we're all in our groups, but we are facing forward. Okay, guys, 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me. Everyone looking forward. We're going to go over the directions very thoroughly one more time. Okay, can I have a student read the directions? Okay, Emily. Thank you. So, We're setting a timer for 1 minute. Students are to name the picture and say its initial sound. So T, T, and we were trying to match it with a tiger, tire, anything that starts with a T. So setting the timer for 1 minute, students are naming the pictures and saying its initial sound. So we're naming the letter and saying its sound. Students are to determine if the initial sound in the picture matches the selected letter. So remember, if it matches, you get to keep it in your little pile. If it does not, flip back over and try again. So if there is a match, such as tire and T, pick up the cards and place to the side. If not, take another turn until the cards run out or until the timer does. Our goal is to gain speed and accuracy in recognizing the letter and sound. So as soon as you see a bear, you can match it to B. Everyone must be working and taking turns. As soon as the timer goes off, the next student. I'll be walking around and monitoring you, making sure everyone is working until that timer goes off. I'm going to be walking around, making sure students are staying on topic. I'm going to also be making sure that you guys are matching the correct one. Some are a little tricky. Okay, and everyone can begin. We're going to set our timer all together. So student 1 in each group would be beginning right now for 1 minute. While I am observing, monitoring, walking around the classroom, and remember, if you need anything, please raise your hand. Okay, so after the students are all done completing their group work, we're going to get back to our assigned seats. Okay, class, everyone eyes up here. Okay, thank you. Everyone, please return to your assigned seats in a respectful, quietly manner, like always. Okay, thank you. Now we're going to look up here. Our objective. Given 12 picture cards, students will gain speed and accuracy in recognizing letter sounds, getting out of 9 out of 12 correct. So we just practiced doing a little activity. Now we're going to be doing a graded worksheet. You were able to get some wrong before, ask questions, ask for help. This time it's going to be independently, and we need to get at least 9 out of 12 correct. And we're not going to be doing the letter cards. We're not going to be using the actual cards. We're going to be using this worksheet I'm passing out now. Okay, everyone's worksheet is a little different, but it looks very similar to the one I have an example of up here. We are going to be, if the letter starts with B, we're going to be connecting it to the picture of the bear, the bicycle. I want you to work, it's going to be a timed quiz, but it's just a worksheet, and you need to be able to get, out of all 12 letters, being able to match it to the correct pictures. Remember, I want you to do it as fast as you can, but also make sure you're matching the correct letters to the correct pictures. So if it was a D, you connect it to the dog, the picture of the dog, the picture of the dinosaur. So after that, make sure you're getting 9 out of 12 correct. Does anyone have any questions on the directions? Okay, so if you guys need more help or don't understand the concept or just need any practice, I will be in the back room when you guys are finished with your worksheet. I don't want you to try to do it as fast as possible, but I want you to do it pretty quickly. Don't take your time on it, but try your best to get a 9 out of 12 correct. When you're finished, please come back and turn in your worksheet to me. I'll be at the back of the classroom again for anyone who needs some extra help. I'll be holding one-on-one conversations with students just to make sure they're understanding, but I will be calling you up one by one, so do not come back unless you are called after turning in your worksheet. When you're finished and you have some free time, please take out your silent reading books. I want everyone to think about what they've learned and raise your hand and tell me before we start working on our independent practice. Ashley? Perfect. That was my goal for you guys, to gain speed and accuracy in recognizing letters and sound. I have a higher level order question. Why is reading with fluency so important? Okay, Johnny? Yes, it allows students to focus on what the text is saying. I know we're running out of time, so I'm going to say some other ones. It also bridges between word recognition and comprehension by being able to recognize words automatically without struggling over and decoding issues. The last thing we have today is exit cards. So once you hand in those worksheets and we have a one-on-one conference, to be able to leave the room, we're doing exit cards just like any other Friday. The exit card question is going to be, what did you like most about this activity and what did you like least about this activity? Okay, now everyone get to work on your worksheets. Remember, I'll be in the back room if you need help.